run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
Let's go now.
Oh, man, coming off a great rookie year, it's Dameon Pierce. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Isaiah Foskey in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
Plays like that are why so many are excited to see what Foskey can grow into in his first few seasons. Oozes athleticism with a ton of potential, and Notre Dame certainly knows how to produce successful pass rushers.
This will be complete to Mechie. This defense for the Saints very strong in that victory a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Play action. Stroud now. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, these two teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception and the pick six to take the lead.
Partner, you'd have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in, because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that quick miscue, and I would say that their plan worked to perfection.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them. But go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Texans at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's a 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8. Stroud on 3rd down now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge, Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now 2nd and 9.
Ready.
They run with the former Buffalo Bill, Devin Singletary. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. You look at this Saints defense. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try to run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. A man who started collegiately in state at TCU, it's Kendre Miller. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Now, get set.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Running left is Miller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper, and also a 1st down.
1st down, New Orleans.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Touchdown, Saints! Chris Olave. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
The score, Saints 14, Texans 3.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And this time he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage as they stop him in his tracks. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Cougar 19. Ready.
On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They'll start the drive here with an end around. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Carr to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. So the completion gets him just a yard. And now it's 3rd and 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Back to Kamara for another catch. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to make it 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
This will be fielded at the 17. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Ready. Go.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. To Pierce, they set up the screen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard.
Ready.
A give up the middle to Singletary. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Second and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Let's go now.
Now they'll change things up. Stroud will throw it. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack.
Certainly appears that Cam Jordan is still going strong as he puts the quarterback on the deck. 8.5 sacks last year, nearly top 20 all-time in the NFL, and you certainly marvel at his durability. The one game he missed last season is the only one of his 12-year career missed due to injury.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Taking it about the 16. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Carr going to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Returnable here from the 38. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Great to celebrate every play from Mechie in his 2nd season. Was diagnosed with leukemia 3 months after being drafted and missed his rookie season. Back now, one of the most inspirational stories in the NFL.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Stroud looking to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw yet again here. Pass caught on the out route by Mechie. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 of the 15. 9 yards yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Play action. Here's Stroud. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to over...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime. The try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
The score, Saints 21, Texans 6.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Final play of the half, Stroud. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Second half begins with a run from Miller. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, now Carr. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He's across midfield, and he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, 39 yards. And the Saints have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Stroud off the play fake. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Texans. John Mechie, 44 yards. And the Texans get a bit closer. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now Carr on the bootleg. He completes it to Olave. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Harris. And the Texans are going to have great field position here as as this is returned just shy of midfield. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 84 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
At the 10-yard line.
Yeah, Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Damian Pierce, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And he will get into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage, completion-wise, way up. Not that time. 2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. A handoff, running left is middle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Now Carr. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with third and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Go.
Throwing now is Stroud. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but a starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
In his 7th season now, here's Alvin Kamara. And this will wind up a Saints first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
On the stop. A gain of 5. First down, Saints.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Hill. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. 7 yards there in the first down screen play.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years at not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Let's go.
2nd down and 3.
Pace, 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 pace. Let's go.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A first down carry now for Miller. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal? They'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run. It's Miller. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. To throw, it's Carr.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try to loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, a 22.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Being chased out, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taysom Hill, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year.
And the Saints add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Texans 23.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Here's 1st and 10. Play action. Stroud now.
Sliding out of the pocket. His throw incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Stroud sets up the play action.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Here now, 3rd down.
On third down, here's Pierce. And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
He's got this one to Hutchinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Here's 1st down. Stroud. This is caught. It's Woods. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Here we go. 1st and goal. Stroud looking to change the play. Titus Howard, right tackle, the man flagged for that one. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start.
60 Eagles, 19 tight, 19 tight. Go.
Now Stroud. And it's caught. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. To throw is Carr. Looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Hill. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
What a finish in this one, Charles. Yeah, this